Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Little Sprout. So today we're gonna give you a tour, the first tour on our garden. Today is June 2nd, and it rained today as well, so it's good. We don't need to water the plants because Mother Nature already watered our garden for us. Yeah, so we did a lot of expanding, a lot of it. We renovate our front yard a little bit just to expand more for vegetable. But in our front yard, it'll be a different story. Obviously, there will be more flowers in our front, and my partner put up a trellis. So I'm gonna show you that too as well on our video once we do a tour in our garden. So today I have my son with me, Raver. So he wants to be in a video, and I said okay. Yeah, so he's gonna help us out to do the garden tour for today. Welcome back. Today is our tour day, so I'm gonna show you what we have in our garden. So this area is our asparagus. Well, it's been 2 years since we planted this, but it's not doing great. It's because it's in a shady part, especially when our neighbor put up their fences. We might cut some of the branches so this one will get a little bit more sun, and hopefully next year we're gonna get more for the asparagus. We can harvest some of the asparagus. And all these are, there's two varieties in it. I know there's Oregon, but I'm not sure what's the other variety. Made a mistake for this one. I'm kind of like too late to put up the string or the trellis to support them to make it upright. And so yeah, hopefully we'll get some of the snow peas, because we do love eating peas. We put it in fried rice, anything else. So we do love peas, fresh eating, and for stir fry as well. So next we're gonna move on to our tomato. It's just right here. So we started planting our tomato at least mid March. Um, we sell a bunch of it just because we don't have enough. We don't have enough space for all of that. We got crazy because we set up a grow room for the first time, and my mom and I got crazy planting. So yeah, we planted a bunch. I know we gave a bunch, and the rest is like we just sell it, might as well. So right now they are flowering, as you can see. There's like a bunch of flowers in here. Just to mention like a little bit what variety we have grown. For the paste tomato, we have the Blue Beach, Roma tomato, and San Marzano. And for the slicing, we do have the Pantano, we have the beefsteak bush, and then we have the heirloom as well. I love heirloom because they're like the best tasting tomato, but when it get like a lot of water, like they tend to split easily. So I do grow both. So I do have Dr. Ouija in here. Um, what else? Kind of forgot what variety it is, but I'm just gonna put it in the link below what variety I'm growing, and hopefully we get a fruit. And we do have the F1 hybrid as well. We have the Gene Feast, Geronimo, and stuff. Like I said, I'm just gonna put it in a link in the description below. What variety I have for all the tomatoes, and let's see how our harvest gonna go for this year. And over in this one, we do have the shelling peas. So at the back we have the snow peas, and these are all shelling peas, and they are flowering right now. Oops, my cameraman keep moving. That's my son. Anyway, and we love to like try to insert some plants um, in here. So we do have the tomatoes in here, and we do have the bush, and we have the garlic in over here. Like I said, we don't really have like a full sun in here, so I'm not sure how it's gonna grow um, in here with the fence and stuff. And we have like a bunch of trees growing, and I don't know the name of the flower, but it's really good because the bees love it to munch it and whatever. So might as well keep it over here. I usually just want the pathway clear, but this one I just leave it alone. And we do have the Russian kale over here. This is a red Russian kale. I left it over winter. I do have red Russian kale in front as well that I left from the winter season, and I thought they're just gonna die, but it didn't. But now they are producing seeds, so I guess I'm gonna have more seeds because I didn't buy seeds this year for the red Russian kale, and I usually just left it for the rabbit to munch. But now we don't have a rabbit problem anymore, and squirrel problem. I'm gonna show you what I use to keep them away. So this little thing in here is the yard sentinel. So you can you can you can use a battery or you can use the electricity for it, but for this I don't have outlet over here, so I just use the battery for this. So it has like a sensor motion and stuff. So far so good. I don't see any actions or digging from squirrel or munching down our beans. So yeah, it did work quite well. Let's see what happened like over the course of a summer season. And over here where the hoop house is, so we're gonna walk around over here. Right, so this hoop house is mainly for peppers, but like I said, we want to like interplant a bit of here and there. So we do have the bush beans growing and lettuce growing, and a lot those parsley right there is like I said, I left it out on the winter as well, and I thought they're just gonna die, but it didn't. They started to grow, and now they are starting to flowering as well. So I just like leave it alone and might as well get the seeds from it. So the variety of the peppers we have is mix of hot peppers and bell peppers. I think the hottest hot peppers we do grow here is the ghost peppers, and then there's another hot pepper. So we have jalapeno, scotch bonnet, like those kind of stuff. We usually you put it in, cook for chicken. What is it? Caribbean jerk chicken.
Yeah.
That my son love it too. And then we do have in here is the broccoli and cauliflower. They're still in a little. I'm gonna show you in front, which is quite different from this, because the one in front yard is much larger than this one. And then we have on the side is our turnips, and the rest is, like I said, bush beans again, and some of the basil. We do have the purple basil and the green basil right over here. And over to those one is our strawberries. So I'm actually happy for our strawberries this year, mainly because no squirrel keep digging them, and the squirrel love to eat them even it's just like a flower or like a little buds. So but this year they grow really good, maybe because of the netting and stuff. I know I pick up the yard sentinel to keep them away, but might as well just put more secured. So we did put um, netting in this one, and my herbs is just on the potting on the pot. The reason why it's on the pot, because during the winter time they're not perennial, so I'm gonna put it inside in the grow room. Yeah, and we'll see if I could purchase a greenhouse this year, a decent one, so I could put them in a greenhouse. In this bed we do have our potato. It's kind of amazing because this part is actually get more sun than the one at the back. There's one of the tree from our neighbor got broke, one of the big branches. So yeah, this bed it get more sun than the one where the peas and pepper area. And then we have right in here on the pot We do have our eggplants over here, and some of the zucchini, like I said, my mom and I planted a lot, and we don't know where to put it and stuff. We don't have enough raised bed for those. Um, so I did purchase a big pot to accommodate all the plants that we do have. Um, and this one, I plan for this one just like a berry, like all the berries we have over here. Um, but we kind of use the space for now to plant our zucchinis. And so the one at the back are all berries, like the raspberries, the blueberry, and the blackberry. I know they love like acidic soil. I save up the ground, the coffee ground. I save it up and then just like put it around them to make the soil more acidic. But I usually amend them with the pit moss as well to make the soil um, acidic. There's some berries that I have to transfer. So the currant and the gooseberry I couldn't transfer it this year just because when the time that I want to transfer them, they're already setting flowers and some of the fruit, so I couldn't transfer this. This was all like flowers before that our neighbor like planted, but then they put their fence up, so she moved a lot of her stuff and whatever. So now we gained this space for our vegetable. So at the back it's because they're all shaded over there, so we line up all the hostas over there. So as you can see, there's still a little bit messy in here. There's some flowers coming up and stuff like that. But yeah, but my plan originally, my plan in here is just like the berries, so all the berries. So the one that you see, all the tipis and stuff. So there's actually a pole beans in there. So we're trying to use, space, like every inch, every square foot of our space over here. We try to use it since the pole beans is like go upright, they climb. So we do that on the one at the back of the berries. I'm just not too sure how it's gonna go with the raspberry because like I said, the raspberry love acidic soil. I don't know about the bush beans and stuff. Well, we're gonna see this year if it's gonna have a problem for us or not. And then some of the zucchinis are here as well. So there's like a zucchini growing. They're really doing great over here. And there's some zucchini like scattered around and everything. We did lost one. Too sad. We did lost one zucchini. We had like a late frost. Usually our frost date in here just right before Victoria Day. But this year it's quite late. Like it's just late. Victoria Day is May 24th, so it's a long weekend in here in Canada. But yeah, we did have a frost. It's not really like a frost, but the temperature is quite low, like 5 degrees, 4 degrees, and at night time it's like 2 degrees. Thank God it's not negative. So we cover pretty much everything. Luckily I purchased the frost cover for a plant, for a vegetable, and I got a lot of frost cover because I know I'm gonna expand my vegetable garden this year, so I did. And yeah, so it saved a lot of my plants with the frost cover. So this our backyard, so we're gonna move on to our front yard and on our side yard then.
So this is our side yard, the messy part. And these are wild berries. When I came here, I saw these and I picked them. There wasn't as much because we clipped them. Not clipped, but we cut them because my mom just found out that we needed to cut them for more. So we cut them, and then there's a flower that lost its petals. Sadly. More wild berries. This is basically wild berries except for that one flower that lost its petal. And then we move on, more wild berries, more wild berries. And we get to the more organized part. Flowers, yep, lost its leaves. Most of them.
Tulips, Raver. It's all done now. It's all done for the season.
My mom planted some grass. Grandma helped us. These, oh, like those flowers.
I honestly don't know what it is because it's already there when we came. So
Oh, I will. This is a Don't Forget Me, right?
forget me not.
Oh, Forget Me Not.
Yeah, don't forget.
Okay. And then these are garlic.
Onions.
Onions. I got that mixed up. And then we have.
We do have I think it's sunflower, but it's perennial. I'm not too sure what it's called. And I added up some trellis over here. Those are the clematis at the back. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. So I just planted it. So I'm not expecting for that to produce flower. And there's another one over there. I probably need to fertilize them to grow. It's just not doing well over here. So at this part of the area is our garlic. So yeah, I never really have a success doing the garlic, but hopefully this year, because right now they are doing really well. And my daughter, what you wearing?
I'm a doctor.
You're a doctor? I don't think the doctor wear that.
She's a princess.
Did you just say you're a doctor?
Yes.
Yes. Oh wow, that's super great. I'm gonna have a doctor. Wow, can't wait. So now we are here, the other side of our house. Like I mentioned, that we did expanded our vegetable garden for this year, and one of it is to utilize the space in our side yard, on a side of our house. So we did put up this trellis for our loofah and other gourd. So we're gonna train them to climb up to this trellis. Hopefully they'll get trained. And then we do have our tomatoes in here that is flowering now. We're gonna have fruit hopefully early of this season. And then we do at this one, we do have our the trellis that my partner just made it. So it's new, brand new. And the trellis, where the trellis is, I don't know if you can see it, but we do have the chayote in there and some of the long gourd and the round gourd. And then in front of it is our tomatoes that line up over here. And in front of the tomatoes are the peppers. So we really trying to utilize the space as much as we can. And these are the petunias. This is not meant to put in here, but it will be in our front porch. We try to like paint it, sanded it and paint it. It's not done yet, so I cannot put it in there. And some of the cherry tomatoes are here, probably most of them, just because they grow tall. Yeah, so that's why they are here. Oh, look at this. Then, and over here we do have our eggplant. They're really doing good. And some of the tomatoes and eggplant. Ooh, I don't know what's happening with this one. It's kind of curled up. And then the rest are our roses and other flowers.
These are our peonies. They're, as expected, really big. And these are like rush. No, not rush. That's not even a word. Roses. They haven't flowered yet, but if you could see, maybe a close up, it's a tint. Right there, right there. Yeah,
Oh,
if you
like
can
in
see it, yeah. And then these are our trees. Then these are what I like to call waterproof plants because it repels water. So you can only water them in the base.
Okay, so this is where we're gonna end our video tour for today. I do apologize if we didn't really focus on our front yard garden. It's just because there's a lot of people walking around in our neighborhood when the time that we're trying to film this video. Hopefully next time though, I promise I'll do the front yard the video, because that's where our projects like really like get more expanded. So yeah, I do hope that you like this video. Please do share it and consider subscribe in our video so we can make it, you know, grow more. For the next video, we're gonna check on the plant as well, like how are they doing. Yeah, so this once again, my son is here. It's our guest for today. So hope you guys are doing well. Bye everyone. Happy
Bye.
gardening. Bye.